Yo, Cottonmouth Kings don't stand for gang. Cottonmouth Kings just let the nuts hang.
Welcome back to KMK Chronicles, everybody. I am your host, Alex Staunch. Well, damn. Looks like things are finally happening as far as D-Loc having an opposing voice and all. And you know, I for one am open for any other narratives because I've grown quite cautious of old D-Loc recently. I think there's some decent tracks on the new KMK album still, which is seemingly only available on Staunch TV and like one other service. Anybody get their physical copies? Anyhow, after some hinting and, stuff like that at a new group involving Richter, we finally got a track from King Click, which is also Chucky Chuck and Obnoxious, which, I think that track is an absolute banger. As most of you know, I got to talk to Chucky, I'm sure you saw that, and I'm sure you saw how he mentioned that I know a lot of shit and I get a lot of things right. And as I said in that interview, Richter's verse was definitely telling as far as, recent happenings go. And it was kind of the first time we heard him actually really speak on it, which led me to think it was only a matter of time until he spoke on, the standings between him and D-Loc. Especially about him and D-Loc. That's what everyone wants to know, right? And after seeing how active Richter's been on social media, well, specifically Instagram Live, I thought it was only a matter of time till that happened. Now, there are a few streams worth mentioning, but in my opinion, the one that I'm about to show you here essentially is a tell-all from Richter, and it seems like it may be the last time he's willing to speak on it for a while, and rightfully so.
Where do I stand with Dustin? It's a super touchy subject. I don't want to get involved with all the he said, she said shit that's on the internet lately.
What?
I don't like the approach of, it seems like, whining on the shit, talking about where the money's coming from, who's paying for what, who owns what. Let's just say I know the actual real paperwork of what everything is. And yes, Dustin does own a part of the Cottonmouth Kings trademark. I don't, because that trademark was registered when I was out of the group and they got signed to Capitol. So that's Daddy X and D-Loc. But I believe in the Cleopatra deal, Daddy X got rid of his part of it. So I don't think Dustin is the sole owner of that. I'll leave it at that. As you guys know, we did shows for a couple years, and during those shows, we made a deal that we split show money, show merch money, and online merch money 50-50, and that's on the net profit, not the gross profit. We all understand it costs money to make fucking shit, and since July of last year, I have not received one payment for any Cottonmouth Kings online merch. Period, point blank. So, you tell me how you would feel if you knew somebody owed you tens of thousands of dollars that's supposed to be your friend for over 30 years and then wants to go online saying that they've reached out to you and that they've tried to do this or that. The only thing that ever held us back from doing music before the financial, before he was taking advantage financially of me, was I didn't want to give you guys, I didn't think it fair after everything that happened with Cottonmouth Kings to put out and just mail in verses and just be on 2 different cities or 2 different counties or 2 different states and just, I write a hook, I write a verse, send it to you, you write a verse, there's a song. Well, that's not how the best shit was made. I think collabing with artists, especially ones that are supposed to be your best friends, is the best way to make music, because as everyone knows, iron sharpens iron. And so I I just refused. I said, I won't make any more songs until we get in a room and vibe out and hang out and then write together. Because the hooks he's coming up with don't necessarily connect with me as much as maybe they do him, and maybe the same with hooks I would write don't necessarily connect with him or where he's at in life. So I was just waiting for a year plus for him to schedule a time to get together, to actually get in a studio or get in a house, go through beats, pick a song, write a song together, flip fours back and forth, and be friends. I'm not going to pretend to be friends with someone who doesn't treat me as a friend, nor seems to have any interest in being friends. The only interest seems to be to make as much money and take advantage of people's emotions. And I've been hustling my whole fucking life and making it happen one way or another, so I can continue and will continue to make it happen without having to lie to fans about being best friends with someone on stage that I literally talked to 3 times on the phone during COVID. So that's fucking why that is not happening. There's just a lot of dirty business, and I have an email, like he says all this shit saying he sent me this track, he can't get a hold of me, this can't, da-da-da. The only thing between what he's saying and what I know is I have the emails, I have the text messages, and I have the call logs to back everything I say up. Truth be told, I called D-Loc. I found out Saint was not doing good on Tuesday evening. Wednesday morning, I got the call saying he had passed from Kevin. Shortly after, I called Dustin's phone. Did not answer. Left a text message. Call your boy back. Call your buddy back, I believe I said. That's on a Wednesday. Thursday comes and goes. I get no response. Friday comes. I'm talking to Zinger on the other line, getting ready to go to Oklahoma. And and Dustin calls him on the other line. And then next thing you know, 40 minutes later, I get a text from Dustin saying, you're going to the studio, oh, you should work on the Saint track, oh, you know, I was going there to work on a song with someone else who wanted to actually work on a song with me. So I wasn't going there with the thought or intention of doing a Saint track. If I was going to do a Saint track, it would be me in a room with Dustin, really sitting and talking about Saint and making the best song we could make. I don't ever remember receiving an email with the Saint track, instrumental or otherwise, sent to me. So when he says it was sent to me, I really do beg to differ. And it's just, there's just so much nonsense that dude's been saying on the internet. And I don't want to come off as like everyone says, are you on the fuck D-Loc train? No, I'm not. I'm one who's been in and lived through troubled times myself. I've fought my own demons myself. Thank God I'm on the other side of those. But when I see someone, and I have no proof of this, but just what my eyes see and the way people act and my experiences with it, I just see somebody who doesn't seem to be in the best either state of mind or dealing with a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about. So I don't want to sit here and talk shit on somebody because I have no idea what they're going through. But at the same time, I don't care what you're going through. That does not give you the right to blatantly rip off your homie and to narcissistically believe that you are something, and the only reason that we're not making music is because I won't return his fucking calls, or I won't. I have the tracks he sent me. I would not be on those tracks no matter who sent them to me. I could not listen to them more than once. That's where writing together and collaborating with your friends and catching a vibe and not I don't want to use the word insecure, but not having such a hard head as to where you can't accept constructive criticism. Like I've told Chuck and Obnoxious, if we're together writing and someone says a line, but someone else says, I got to way better check this one out. And it maybe it's a better line. Maybe it's not, but maybe it is. But whoever that is needs to feel the freedom to be able to say that, and whoever that's being said to needs to have the security in themselves to know that it's all out of love. It's just to make the song better. I say there is no room for egos in this shit. There's no room for egos.
So there you have it. I'll keep watching to see if Loke responds or not, but, you know, to respect Richter's wishes, I won't be talking about this stuff anymore unless something happens. And, you know, sad to say, but I think Cottonmouth Kings is over. But in my opinion, the legacy is being held intact by, you know, King Click and, you know, Richter and the boys. And I myself I'm not on the fuck D-Loke train either. I still think there was a few good tracks on that album. It's just, it wasn't a KMK album. What can I say? If it's just one guy, that's not Cottonmouth Kings. That's all there is to it. I recommend keeping up with Richter and the boys, as they are very active and they respond to their fans, especially on Instagram Live. In fact, during the Stack Styles Back to the Hotel video shoot, Richter gave Staunch TV a shout out, and Chucky confirmed. Staunch speaks the truth. Is KMK officially over? Let me know down in the comments. And please subscribe, consider joining my Patreon. I'll be doing some exclusive stuff over there. And as for now, as far as the Chronicles go, I'm going to be focusing on some older groups and, you know, some other associated acts, which I need your help. You can help me figure out what the next episodes are going to be. Right now, actually in 5 minutes, we're doing a surprise live stream, guys. I will smoke with you fellas over there. See you soon.
Yo, Cottonmouth Kings don't stand for gang. Cottonmouth Kings just let the nuts hang.